the Handmade Festival in Leicester, and today I'm with She Makes War. Now I do hope you're not going to make war today in the studio, because it's quite a small room.
You seem easily scared. So.
I am a little bit terrified. But as long as we're not going to make war and we're going to have a nice little conversation, I think that's okay. So you were on stage a little while earlier. How was that? How did you find that?
Yeah, it was nice. I was playing in the Union Square, and it was an unusual space. It kind of feels a little bit like a thoroughfare. And it's obviously a cafe, and it's like a student meeting area, which is a good thing because you get extra people walking through to other things, and there were people who came along to sit there as well. Yes. So it's a really nice mix of people. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, yeah, it was quite busy up there. I think I went up there for a bite to eat earlier, and it seems quite a lot of people there. So it was a good experience.
It was great. Yeah, and I don't think I've played in Leicester before. I was trying to remember if I have. I don't think so.
It's your first venture into Leicester.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you find it okay, and how are you finding the festival kind of vibe and the experience?
Yeah, really cool. Like I like the fact that it's indoors. Obviously, the weather's been quite bizarre this weekend, so it's quite helpful that it's indoors. It just seems like a really nice mix of people, and of course, because it's not a camping thing, you get different kinds of people. So people seem to have come from out of town. Like I play a lot in Birmingham, and some people came over from there as well.
Okay.
And from further afield, I think.
I suppose when you say festivals, you do very often think of like camping trips and things like that. So do you play a lot of festivals that are like that?
I'm playing quite a few festivals this year, which I think have camping, but I'm not getting involved in any of that. So
no, camping
it's not really
can
for
be,
me.
Especially with the weather being the way it is. It gets a little bit muddy, doesn't it? So
yeah, and if you've got gear with you, you've got guitars and stuff. There's nowhere to put them. You can't put them in a tent. So.
No, that would end in disaster quite quickly, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So festivals are really fun to play, but we don't get to do any of the really cool stuff, like the late night campfire parties and the
that's true.
All that stuff, because we have to move the gear.
Because you've got to move all the gear and stuff. Yeah, so I suppose that
super
kind of
glamorous
ruins it a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to do that. And I think this is a different kind of festival in some ways, because they say it's very indoors and stuff, which is very cool. Now, you describe yourself as a I'm going to get this word wrong now. A multi-instrumentalist.
Yes.
And I assume that means that you play a lot of instruments.
Yeah.
Like a big, broad range of instruments.
Yeah.
Can you list all of them?
Oh God.
Every single one.
Yes.
Oh, now you see, I was originally.
It's not that many.
I was going to make you do it in like 30 seconds. It makes it sound like you can list a really big long, but I'm not going to time pressure you this time.
Well, my main instrument was the bass guitar.
Okay.
And then electric guitar, ukulele, auto harp.
Okay.
Omnichord. These are not difficult instruments to play.
I'm not going to lie, I don't know what an omnichord is.
An omnichord is a really cool electronic instrument. It's like an auto harp, but it doesn't have strings. It's an electronic version. And I've got one from the 80s that I bought off eBay.
Wow, so it's quite retro as well then.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's got this massive plug that you plug it in with, and it's got this funny it's got a cassette tape with the instructions on, which obviously I can't play because I don't have a cassette player.
Okay, so
but
again...
I've just guessed. I've figured it out myself. And I play, used to play the saxophone.
Wow,
fairly badly. Violin, fairly badly. Like, they were school instruments.
Right, okay, so this is going back.
As soon as I left, I just went, I'm not very good at this. I'm going to play instruments I'm good at.
Okay.
Which are mostly rock instruments.
Yeah.
I play drums a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played anything on my stuff yet because I wanted someone who could play properly. But it's something I really love doing. Yes. And as a bassist, like, the rhythm part of it is really interesting to me.
Okay, yeah. Still trying, you can dig
I've got a baglama, which is a Greek instrument.
Okay.
Which is a Greek stringed instrument. It's really cool. It's like a bouzouki, but it's smaller.
Okay.
Bouzouki, not bazooka.
A bouzouki, okay. I thought you meant, like a big rocket launcher.
Massive gun. I hasten to add, my project is not an aggressive one.
No,
it's a very peaceful thing.
Yes,
it's more about. I always say she makes war because love is a battlefield.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so it's quite a nice sentiment behind it as well.
Not really. It's just heartbreak and death and destruction.
Well,
and
but
nice. Nice.
No, there's a nice sentiment in terms of it not being, a physical war.
Oh yeah, God, of course not. No, very against all that sort of thing.
Yeah, of course. So with this big, there's no more instruments you can think of. You think you've covered all bases?
I play keyboard.
Oh, okay.
I've got a piano that I bought for £80 that I'm trying to learn.
Goodness me. That's just a good deal on a piano, but you're trying
to learn that as well. You can always get a cheap piano, they take up the whole room, that's the thing. That's why people get rid of them.
Yeah, they're big old instruments. But yeah, that's really good. And do you find, because you have just released, and singing, of course, yes. Do you find that, because a lot of those instruments obviously come into play, because you've recently released your third album.
Yeah, this month,
Directions of Travel.
Direction of Travel.
Yeah. Right, so there's not...
Someone called it Directions of Trouble online, which I thought was amazing. like, that's not it at all.
I should have come up with that name, but no, it's not that. No, so Direction of Travel. I do apologise.
That's fine.
It was released yesterday. And how has that been? And what was the creative process like when you were writing that?
Well, I was very sad, so I wrote a lot of songs about it.
Okay.
I had a really terrible year with lots of bad things happening. You know, like when things start going wrong and then another thing goes wrong and another thing goes wrong and you just can't quite believe it. So I just started processing all of that through these songs. And then I was doing a crowdfunding campaign on Pledge Music to raise money to record it. And I managed to raise a really, really decent amount of money because my audience were very generous, and it meant that I could get some guest instrumentalists in. I played most of the instruments on the album, as you were saying, but I got some great drummers in, and I got a pianist and my friend who plays piano to play, and some string players and stuff like that.
Wow, okay.
I managed to go and record in some really nice studios, not expensive ones, but just nice ones, with people who know what they're doing. And,
that's really, really cool.
It was really cool.
Yes, because you've had a few people sort of feature on your album. I mean, I'm assuming they were the friends, or they were really helpful in the creative process of doing it and getting involved and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote all the songs and then I invited people to come and do little bits on them. So I mean, I had Tanya Donnelly come and sing, I had Mark Chadwick come and sing, which is incredible. I toured with The Level, as you see, so we just hung out quite a lot and got on, and then I think Mark actually asked me if he could sing on it, which is, I mean, I'm not bragging, like that, he genuinely did. And so I went, yes, Mark. So I would never have been brave enough to ask him, ever, in a million years.
No,
I only asked Tanya because I emailed her. The emails are not scary.
Emails are easy to do,
and if she'd said no, I just would have been like, okay, fine.
You're right, that's going in junk. We'll get rid of that one.
Exactly.
That didn't happen.
But I'm very, very lucky they both wanted to do it. It's really nice.
That's good. I like that, and I think that's quite nice, because again, it comes down to music being a very sort of group activity. It's a bunch of friends getting together and having a bit of fun with it, and I think I mean, my stuff's very solo. It's a solo project, but it's nice to have elements of that for sure. And just having more people sort of say, you know what, this is good.
I
want to get involved with
that's
this.
the thing. It's really it's very validating. It's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. And the actual name of the album, Direction of Travel, where did the name come from?
Well, it's something you hear a lot on trains. I don't know if you ever heard it on the tannoy. It's like, please face the direction of travel, and you have it also airports on the if you're on the. I want to call it a treadmill. It's not, is it? Like the moving stairway thing, whatever it's called.
It's like a flat escalator.
The flat escalator. On the flescalator.
The flescalator.
You often have it above and it says face the direction of travel, because they don't want you to fall over, probably, something like that.
Something like that.
Because apparently you can't be trusted on a flescalator on your own. So, it's from those things. I was travelling around a lot. I did a couple of tours around Germany on trains. Like travelling on trains between cities and carrying a lot of stuff with me in massive bags. And so I just was thinking about a lot of things then, and it came from that, really. And the whole point is that the direction of travel in life is always onwards, because whatever the world throws at you, whatever is happening, all the bad things that are happening, if you can survive if you just get your head down and keep going. And that's what I had to do through that time. I just had a bad time in my life and had to keep going, really.
That's also, it's quite nice that, I guess, and you've come out of the other end and you've produced something amazing from it. That's
very kind of you to say.
Well, I mean, it's very true. It is true, and that's a nice way of kind of retrospecting it in some way.
Well, I think that you can definitely create beautiful things out of sadness, and you can say something profound and maybe poetic that people will understand, and they will. It's kind of like a universal truth. You can definitely do that, and I think the people respond really well to my songs. The people who do like them, the people who come and see me and stuff, they'll come and talk to me afterwards, quite frankly, about things that are going on with them. It's kind of like a group therapy session in a way.
That's really nice.
It's really means a lot to me.
Yeah, and you connect quite well with your fans in that way, and through social media and stuff. You're quite active on social media.
Yeah, and I did this Edinburgh Fringe show, which I probably can't say the name of because it's got a swear word in it, but it's beep girlfriend, which was a really self-deprecating look at my relationship history with some of my saddest songs as well, and then I made funny jokes around them. And after that particularly, people would come up and tell me, oh, this has been happening to me, or this has been happening to me, and thanks so much, because they could just totally relate to what was going on, and like they had the same thing, which is really moving. I was just doing it because I realised people were coming to my gigs because I thought I was funny, and so I thought I'd make a comedy show. Also, I wanted to get over my fear of public speaking, which was really crippling.
I think that's a very good way. Yeah, that's a really positive way.
So after like 3 or 4 shows, I was fine.
Yeah, that's really good.
It took a while.
Do you see a lot of fans that come to a lot of your gigs? You kind of see catching them at regular gigs and things like that, because
people are really sweet. Some people travel a lot to see me, and it's amazing to have that effect on people, and I just want them to approach me as a normal person, because of course I am, as all musicians are. and it's wonderful to touch people's lives in that way. I mean, I make music exactly as I would like to, and I'm just trying to be very truthful in my songs. I'm not trying to impress anyone or anything like that, and I think you just have to do stuff you mean.
Yeah, and
there's no point otherwise.
And I think this is something, again, is actually having met you as well now, and getting to know you a little bit. I think it definitely is reflective in your music as well, in terms of that sort of personality, and that being able to say,
that's good.
This is the way forward, and this is me, and this is what I'm going to do. And I think that's really nice.
Well, especially with the social media thing, like I love the internet. It's wonderful. It's given me the possibility to connect with people I never would have found. It's been incredible over the last 6 years I've been doing this project. But I think having experience in a room with somebody is totally different, and I think we can lose sight of that quite a lot. And I think that I wouldn't want someone to meet me, having been like following me online and stuff, meet me and think I was a totally different person to how I've been portraying myself. So again, I just think you should be truthful and not hide behind avatars and things like that.
Definitely.
And again, like I don't go online to try and sell people my stuff all the time.
No.
It's just about connecting with lots of people and having conversations, really.
They will find your music and the things that you are selling, I suppose, because they like what you're doing, and I think that's a positive. Yeah, that's positive, and that's definitely, again, reflective of your music and your online profiles, and that's really sweet. Well, thank you very much for joining me today here in the studio. It's been lovely to chat with you.
Cool.
And we'll look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.